Hey folks, AWR Hawkins, Breitbart News. I want to talk to you today about having a go bag, all right? I've talked about this before, I think a couple of years ago, but it's a different world now. You know, we've recently had the U.S. Customs and Border Protection warn us that there could be Hamas, there could be Hezbollah crossing our southern border, attempting to cross. We could have, through that open border, we could literally have terrorists coming in. That's reality. That's not conspiracy talk, it's reality. So it's a different world right now. You know, the war that we're seeing between Hamas and Israel, that could very well come here. You know, we see, Minneapolis, earlier this week, you saw how the crowd cornered people. The one individual was cornered himself. The danger that you face, not just in Minneapolis, but other cities where these protests are happening, you face a real danger of being drugged from your vehicle, of having to flee just to survive. And so that's why you want this go bag. That puts this in a whole different context. Now, this is not a bag that you put together so you can survive for months at a time off the grid, as they say. This is just something you can have in case of emergency. You could survive a day. You can survive 2 days while you're waiting for help to come. My bag, I have the Active Carry, one of their medical kits. I love this. I've got tourniquets in it, all kinds of gauze. I have clotting medicine. I have things like that for injuries, stab wound, being shot. You hope none of that happens. Being hit with bricks and rocks. You hope none of that happens. But if it does, you got to be ready. All right. So I have that there, and I keep in the side pocket from my trusty old Navy friends, tampons, not just for their normal use, although they're there for that too, for my wife and daughters, but they're there in case you need to clog up a wound, gunshot or otherwise. All right. So I have down here medicines, common medicines like Tylenol and ibuprofen, as well as medicines for congestion and allergies. But then I also have in the bottom bottles full of medicines that we have to survive. Have to take them every day. All right. In this pocket, I keep my Blackbeard fire starters, my fire stick. All right. You don't know. Don't know what time of year this would happen and where you have to go. Keep a lot of hand warmers in here. And of course, just in case it's dry, just some trusty old matches. You should always have matches with you. All right. So in the top pocket, I keep various rags and towels in case we need to clean things up. My Phoenix tactical light. This bad boy will work underwater, above water. It can be froze, it's going to work. This bad boy will work. I keep it right there. I keep a folding knife. This is the Recon 1 from Cold Steel. I just keep the folding knife with me, and an extra magazine that goes with the pistol I keep in this bag. I keep a Springfield 45 SDS, or XDS, excuse me. She's loaded and ready to go. I keep that in the bag, and of course that's last ditch, but if you've got to protect life, you've got to protect life. Now in the main pocket, I keep things like a solar panel. I can use this to charge my flashlight and my phone. In this pocket, I have cords for phones and flashlights, so that if I'm out in this kind of setting, if I have to hole up, I can open my solar panel and charge my phone. This is an emergency grill. You've probably seen one of these, a little aluminum tin type box grill. I can fold it up, and after I build my fire with my Blackbeard fire starter or with my matches, I can eat. All right. So again, I can survive for a very short period of time, but certainly I can survive. Okay. Now, you probably think as you watch me, you go, if I were you, I would put this in. If I were you, I'll put that in. I encourage you to put those things in your bag if you're thinking of things I didn't think of. All right. But I just want to encourage you to take seriously. You need to be ready. You may have to flee. And if you do, it's going to be up to you to survive.